You need earphones. You need them to listen to music and watch movies while you're working. You need them to sound good and have great active noise cancellation to quieten the world around you while you pump your tunes. Meet the Jabra Elite 4. They look pretty unassuming, yes. And that's the great thing about them. They're low profile and they work. And oh, they work well. So what's in the box? You got the case with the buds inside, a set of large and small ear tips, and a USB-C to USB-C cable. And they cost 160 Singapore dollars. Now, the case is hardy and lightweight, but it can be quite the smudge magnet, so keep that in mind. Onto the buds, they weigh 4.5 grams per bud and they have a good size to them, so it's easy to take them out and put them back in the case. The buds use physical buttons on the side so that you may choose to assign whatever functions to them, such as playback options, turning on ANC, and the like. I do like that they have physical buttons on the side compared to their touch button counterparts because those can be a hit or miss. Having something consistent is good, but being able to feel the changes on the buds is a lot better than guessing. Battery-wise, you've got 5.5 hours of playback with the buds, and with the case, you have a total of 22 hours with ANC turned on and 28 hours of playback with ANC turned off. Safe to say, the battery will last you throughout your day and through whatever you're doing. Moving on to connectivity, pairing the Elite 4s is relatively simple. All you gotta do is take them out of the case, hold both physical buttons down for 3 seconds or slightly more. They do come with fast pair and swift pair, which basically means you can make almost instant connections with your PCs, your laptops, and your mobile phones. Fast pair is compatible with Android OS 6.0 and above, while swift pair is compatible with Windows 10 and above. And lastly, there's Bluetooth multipoint, which allows you to switch between calls and apps. I've had the Elite 4s as my daily drivers, and I've been on crowded trains above and underground, I've been on buses, and I've been walking a lot in crowded areas. So here's what I found. It does well with cancelling out the lower frequencies while cutting just enough of the higher frequencies to make it an enjoyable experience. I used an iPhone 13 Pro Max for the Elite 4s, and at around 50% and above, ANC works more audibly, but when you hit 30 and below, voices and noises like train chimes are more audible. So at a comfortable volume, you won't be hearing the rumbling of a train carriage or bus. But of course, loud and high-pitched sounds will cut through and still be heard. The ANC is comfortable compared to, say, the Sony WF-1000XM3s, which need to be calibrated every time you enter new environments, say if you're going from above to underground. If not, it will feel like your eardrums are slowly being squished. You can control the level of ANC with the Jabras through the Jabra Sound Plus app, but the cool thing is you can even choose which bud you want more favorable ANC in. Jabra has made this option available because we do have different levels of hearing in either ear, and it's very thoughtful. Instead of pressurizing just both sides and having one side's ANC be better than the other. Also, if you're really in the pinch to save battery life for the Elite 4s, the ear tips provide a solid seal and they're comfortable too. It may not be ANC, but these work. All in all, ANC is comfortable, but obviously not as comfortable as the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros, which we reviewed by the way, but this is definitely more comfortable than the Sony WF-1000XM3s. Obviously, these Sonys are much older, but Sony knows a thing or two about building things that last, and they've been serving me reliably for the last few years. It is definitely not a fair comparison, but it is astonishing how far the industry has come. The Jabras are perfect for offices, especially with its hear-through mode, or basically its ambient mode. The 4 microphones on this work to give a clear and natural sounding ambient of the space around you and come in handy if you want to be more aware of your surroundings.
This video is brought to you by MSI. Meet the Summit E16 Flip, featuring the latest 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, RTX 30 series graphics, and a 16-inch Quad HD Plus touchscreen panel with a 360-degree hinge. It lets you unleash maximum productivity with up to 11 hours of battery life at just 2 kilograms. The Summit E16 Flip offers unprecedented performance and functionality, allowing you to work and play anywhere, anytime.
Usually I'd expect earphones and headphones to be EQ'd much bassier than I like. Pop and hip hop fans need not do anything, you guys will love this off the bat. That goes for bass hits as well. Maybe boost the bass a little bit, but they work just fine. For the metal, hardcore and punk fellas out there like myself, you wanna bring down the lows just a little bit in the EQ settings, which we'll talk about later in a bit, but the neutral setting works just fine. The lows are nice and thumpy, the mids are smooth, and to my ears at least, the highs are pretty much relaxed. You'll have no issues with whatever songs you throw at these. Whether it's Realize and Rebuild by Boundaries, Lana Del Rey, Summertime Sadness, or even Stay Here for a While by 1112. Drums and bass coming nice and punchy, vocals coming clear and warm, and the strings just sound beautiful on these. You will not be disappointed about how they sound. Like, Jabra has hit a great balance, and you don't need to tweak the EQ that much if you're worried about that. Onto the app, a lot of companies should be taking notes from the Jabra Sound Plus companion app. Not only for the fact that you can customize and save your EQs, which I've been complaining about because a lot of different apps out there don't allow you to do that, but the UI is also customizable. Customize your menu's layout to something you're more comfortable with. On Android, you get a little tab on the notification screen that allows you to switch between ANC, hear through, and turning everything off altogether. Though I have not seen it on any iOS devices yet, so the Androids have a slight edge. The EQ options are great so far. The neutral EQ is already good enough. If you want to say boost the treble or bass a little bit in the EQ modifier, I say go for it. Though I prefer to customize my own EQs, but it gets interesting when you actually do that. If you're on one of the preset EQs and you want to customize it, hit the reset button and it will show a ghost line of the previous EQ. Which makes sense since you're adjusting the previous EQ, and of course, save them and name them. Now the downsides, audio drops off pretty frequently, more so in areas with more signal interference, obviously. But in areas, say like our office or when I'm at home, the signal does cut off pretty frequently, regardless of whether you're using an Android or iOS device. I like to think that this is an issue that plagues the entire true wireless earbuds industry, because there's only so much you can do to ensure a stable connection in areas where there is a ton of signal interference. Another thing I've noticed is that when you have these buds on and you take them off, there is no sensor to stop playback. So when I take it off right now, you can hear it over here. And the only time it will stop is when you press the button. There you go. So just keep that in mind. The next thing I have an issue with is the case, or more so the lid, because it does feel kind of fragile, especially when you're gripping it, you can hear it. Yeah, it's not good. So I kind of wish it had a more solid build. And the other thing is that it's a real smudge magnet, as you can see. So get a case when you get one. Besides that, let's get to the testing segment and hear how the microphones sound like. This is how the Jabra Elite 4 sound like. Well, they should sound clear, at least that's what Jabra is telling us. So let us know in the comment section below what you think of them. Alright, so this is how it sounds like with the fan on full blast right beside me. It is on the highest setting right now. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of its sound quality and how it filters noise. All in all, I think Jabra has done a good job with the Elite 4s. From how they've EQ'd the buds, its design, which is a comfortable and secure fit, seamless connectivity, an uber customizable app, and thoughtful EQ customization. ANC is decent for the price you're getting it at. Again, I kind of wish the top lid wasn't so hollow. Maybe mold the top to greedy cradle or fit the buds in perfectly so that the case will feel more solid. Other than that, that's all I have to say about the Jabra Elite 4s. If you have any questions about them, leave them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get to them. Also, make sure to follow us on all of our socials right here so you can keep up with the latest news. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to us. It goes a long way. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, check this out.